In November 2013, when Typhoon Haiyan, locally known as Yolanda, tore through the central Philippines, it was estimated that 44 million coconut trees were either damaged or destroyed, and this affected almost 2 million farmers in the Visayas region. Coconut trees take an average of 6 to 8 years to be ready for harvest, so livelihood support for farmers was critical in the aftermath of the typhoon. The UN Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, immediately started working with the government on a recovery and rehabilitation program across the Visayas region to provide alternative sources of farming income and help build more resilient coconut-based farming systems.
Coconut-based farming system has intentionally been designed to be more than just an emergency operation. Main objectives of this program is to get people away from their reliance on coconuts. We are moving into alternatives to coconuts, which diversifies people's income.
To enable farmers to be able to utilize the land between their coconut trees, farmers were trained on intercropping and how to establish contour farming sites. In addition, household farming kits and agricultural inputs were distributed, including livestock and poultry, fruit and vegetable seeds, small farm tools, and organic fertilizer. In order to further build resilience, FAO provided water and pest-resistant storage containers to protect farmer seeds, along with post-harvest machinery and processing equipment for farmers' associations. Because coconut trees also grow along coastal areas, the program worked with communities and local organizations to rehabilitate coastal mangrove forests, to help reduce erosion and provide a natural buffer against storms. And to ensure communities are better prepared for similar disasters, community nurseries were set up to establish seed stocks, and farmers are being trained in climate-smart agricultural practices through farmer field schools.
Their experience and their lessons from these experiments are currently being shared with farmers from other barangays, other farmer organizations who are growing the same crops but may not be using the same techniques. So it's really interesting because then we have farmers from different areas learning from each other, and that's what we're doing as FAO. We're facilitating that learning.
In line with FAO's accountability to affected populations, the views of communities were taken into account so that both the process and what is being delivered address their needs, especially for the most vulnerable. Indigenous communities often live in very isolated and remote areas, making them some of the most susceptible to natural disasters. For Shirley Kalinawan, a farmer from the Manobo tribe, the support has meant they're now producing crops again.
Dako po ng kaalaman kay kami talaga ng mga tribe. Karon pa mi naka-obserba nga naa di ay pamaagi sa pakabuhi nga ingana. So karon nakapamaligya namin sa gulay, tapos nakatabang po sa among mga pamilya.
Typhoons like Haiyan can no longer be considered exceptional events, which is why FAO is continuing to support the government and those whose livelihoods are based on agriculture during the recovery and rehabilitation process.
The Philippines is the third most exposed country in the world to natural disasters. Through our interventions, we are looking not only to restore the livelihoods of these agricultural communities affected by disasters, but we're also looking at strengthening the resilience so that they can better face and prepare for the next natural disasters.
The partnership between the Philippine Coconut Authority and FAO provided an opportunity to work together and do things better and really touch the lives of the millions of coconut farmers who have been affected by this worst typhoon in the history of the Philippines.
Thanks to support from the international community, funds have made a life-changing difference. Through the program, 35,000 vulnerable coconut farming families are in the process of developing more diversified and resilient livelihoods, which will benefit more than 200,000 people.
Dako ang akong pagpasalamat nga nabuligan ang tagapang. Dako nagpasalamat nga dako daman ang nahibulig.
Pero nung maturuan kami sa mga seminar na ganyan, nai-implement namin, magandang inani namin.
Halimbawa, may moabot pa ng mga kalamidad tapos mawala gihapon ang tanan namong gipaningkamutan. So, magamit gihapon ang kaalaman namo nga among na training nga gihatag sa PAW.